Alright, you guys, so continuing the Halloween series reviews, today we're talking about Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, this is the first Rob Zombie Halloween. It's the remake, and basically the plot of this movie is it's essentially three different movies in one. It really is. There's like a first act, a second act, and a third act, and they're all really three different movies that intertwine with each other by the end. Um, so, yeah, what do I think of Rob Zombie's Halloween is I enjoy this movie. I do. I know this movie gets shitted on a lot. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like Rob Zombie. For the most part, I like Rob Zombie's movies. I like some of his music, but I like the majority of his movies. Lords of Salem is one I really don't want to talk about. It was okay, whatever. I'm not talking about Lords of Salem. There's one in particular that I can't stand, and I've already reviewed House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. If you want to know my thoughts on them, go down to the channel, scroll down until you find House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, and you'll know my thoughts on them. Now let's talk about Rob Zombie's Halloween. This movie is starring, well, basically all of Rob Zombie's buddies that he uses in all his movies. Which is fine. I mean, if I was making a movie, I'd go with my buddies too. You know why? Because it's cheap. Because they're your buddies. As long as you just pay them a little bit, they get to have fun with you. You get to work with your friends. It's all good and fun. So, a lot of people complain, he always just casts his buddies. Because it's convenient. That's why. That's how I look at it anyway. But yeah, what do I think of Rob Zombie's Halloween is, like I said, I like it, I enjoy it, I have fun with it, and I'd probably put it in my top 5 of the Halloween movies. Like, if I ranked the Halloween movies, it'd be in the top 5. That's how much I enjoy this movie. Let me talk a little bit about why. Let's talk about, I'll kind of review each act, maybe. I think that's the best way to do this review. Act 1 is we get the origin story of Michael Myers. And it's not like the whole Curse of the Thorn thing like we had in The Curse of Michael Myers. This one, no, we see that Michael Myers is this kid who's always getting picked on by his family. He's being downgraded and, stuff like that. Like, they're always talking down to him and shit like that, treating him like total shit. And then he goes to school and the same thing happens. Kids are picking on him. They're picking on his mom because of what his mom does. His mom's a stripper, by the way. She's got this dick boyfriend that, treats him like shit. His older sister Judith treats him like shit. The only one that really doesn't treat him like shit is his baby sister. And, yeah, so one night Michael just snaps. He can't take it anymore. He's like, fuck these people. No, I can't do it. So he kills his older sister Judith, his mom's boyfriend Ronnie, who's played by William Forsythe in the movie, and he kills some kid at school who's played by Junie from Spy Kids. So, now the first act of the movie I enjoy. I do. I like that it's a new take on Michael Myers. Yes, it's not the Michael Myers that we all know and love, and yes, Michael Myers is a bit scarier when we don't know why he snapped. But I do like this fresh take on it. It's different. And you gotta respect it. Rob Zombie was not trying to copy what John Carpenter did. He's like, look, I want to take Michael Myers and I want to kind of do my own thing with him, give him my own spin, tell a different story, but yet kind of pay some homage to the original. And that's what he does in this movie. And a lot of people says, oh, he ruined John Carpenter's masterpiece. He didn't ruin it. He just made it different. Because you can't top it. He knew that. So, anyways, but the kid. I do want to talk about the kid who played Michael Myers, the young Michael Myers. I don't like him at all. I just something about him. I can't put my finger on it. I don't like the kid. I don't. Sheri Moon Zombie, she's hit and miss. I think she's really solid in this movie as Deborah Myers, Michael Myers' mom. She doesn't do the whole baby thing. She's definitely a different character from those movies. I like her. Like, his mom actually doesn't treat him like shit. Like, she tries to be nice to him. She's just surrounded by all these people treating him like shit. And you could say it's fucked up because she's not stopping them from treating him like shit. She's kind of like, hey, stop it. That's not nice, kind of thing. But, she's very good to her son. And you can tell that she genuinely loves him. And that's why, he doesn't kill her. He's like, okay, Mom, you've been nice. You get to live. Ronnie, played by William Forsythe, a.k.a. Sheriff Wydell from The Devil's Rejects. What I think of him is He's a dick, he's an asshole, he deserved to die, yes, but I like the dude. I do! Just like he had so many great lines that I've used a couple times, I'm not gonna lie. Like one in particular, bitch, if you don't think I'm making a metal list of all your fucking bullshit. Just lines like that. You know, he's a dick, but it's great, you know? He's the guy you love to hate, he really is. Judith, didn't like the actress who played Judith. It was kind of fine she got killed. In Act 1, we also meet the new Dr. Loomis, who's not played by Donald Pleasence, who's played by Malcolm McDowell, who you guys should know who was great friends with Donald Pleasence. So, you know, and he had never seen the original Halloween or any of the Halloween movies while he was making this movie. So he got to give Loomis his own thing without kind of disrespecting his friend, giving it his own thing, making it work for this particular movie. I love Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Loomis. You can't get Donald Pleasence back. I'm sorry. It sucks, but you can't do it. So who do you get? You get Malcolm McDowell, who's a great fucking actor. I think he does a great job as Dr. Loomis in this movie. Then we go on to Act 2. And Act 2 is we're spending some time in Smith's Grove Sanitarium where Michael is being held and he's trying to be treated and he's having these therapy sessions with Dr. Loomis. That stuff is some of the strongest stuff in the movie. Reminds me a lot of Eric Matthews and John Kramer from Saw 2 when they're just sitting down and just talking. You know, that stuff is really strong in the movie, and I really, really like that. And then you get to see Michael when he starts to get obsessed with masks and, you know, stuff like that. And you meet Danny Trejo, who's playing Ishmael Cruz, and I love Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo is one of my favorite, you know, he's a cool guy. Sorry about that. Excuse me. I love Danny Trejo. I do. He's a great dude. From what I can tell, I never actually met the guy. So it was cool to see him in this movie again. Then we kind of go to Act 3. There's really not much to review in Act 2. It's just kind of the middle. And then we go to Act 3, which is basically, in a way, that's the remake part. Act 3 is the remake part. It's when Michael breaks out, he goes to Haddonfield, and he starts stalking his baby sister, who is now 17 years old. And Laurie Strode in this movie is played by Scout Taylor Compton, and I gotta be honest, I kind of liked her in this movie. She's very, very different from the goody-goody virgin that Laurie Strode was. She's more perky, you know, like that. She's more kind of her own thing, and I liked it. Sure, it's not Laurie Strode. It's Rob Zombie's version of Laurie Strode, and I kind of liked her in the movie. She's not a bad actress in this movie. I think she did really well. We also have a favorite of mine. Danielle Harris is returning to the Halloween series. Fuck yes. She's not playing Jamie Lloyd, though, because that wouldn't make sense, but instead she's playing Annie. So in this movie, she's playing her old mom's best friend, which is kind of cool to see her back in the series. And, you know, she's obviously much sluttier in this movie because Rob Zombie has to make everything more raunchy and stuff like that. It's his style. Did I like seeing Danielle Harris all slutty? Fuck yeah, I did. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. My God. But yeah, I love Danielle Harris in this movie. And then who do we have as her dad, Sheriff Brackett? We got fucking Chucky himself, Brad Dourif. That's right. He's like, I'm on my way home. Anybody want to ride? You know, in his Brad Dourif voice and stuff like that. And he's like, monsters sell books. I can't do a Brad Dourif impression. I tried on my Chucky reviews. Can't do them. I love Brad Dourif as Sheriff Brackett in this movie. I think he's a better Sheriff Brackett than the first Sheriff Brackett, the original Sheriff Brackett. I don't know, there's just something about Brackett in the original that, you know, he was fine. I didn't really have a problem with him. It's just when you look at Meeker and you look at this Brackett, you know, I think those two are superior over to the original Brackett. Shoot me, I know, you're going to do it. So, yeah, I like Sheriff Brackett in this movie. Let's talk about Tyler Mane, who is playing old Michael Myers. Not like old man Michael Myers, like, I'm gonna kill these kids because they got on my lawn. He's not that Michael Myers. He's, you know, when he breaks out of the sanitarium and stuff like that. I love Tyler Mane as Michael Myers. Sure, he's more brutal. He kind of walks faster. He's not, you know, really... That dude's fucking... I'm not gonna lie. Michael Myers is supposed to be a scary character because you don't know much about him. In this movie, you know a lot about him, but he's still fucking scary. Why? Because he's a fucking big dude. That guy is huge. His mask is all ripped up and shit. Well, not like ripped up, but it's like all dirty and whatnot. And so, you know, when you see it in the dark, it's like, this fucking mask has been through some shit. What has this fucking guy been through? That's fucking scary shit. It's much more brutal, and I do like the more brutal side of Michael Myers. So yeah, fuck yeah. Tyler Mane was pretty cool in this movie. So yeah, but let's talk about Linda, who was, I guess, she was fine in the movie. What was her name? The chick who played her. It's not gonna tell me, is it? No, it's not. But yeah, she was alright, I guess. I mean, she was about maybe one of the only problems I have with this movie. Because I really like this movie a lot, like I said. All in all, guys, I'm going to get shot for this, but I'm going to give Rob Zombie's Halloween a solid B+. You thought I was going to say A, weren't you? It's going to get a B+. I really do enjoy it. I like it a lot, actually. So, yeah. What do you guys think of Rob Zombie's Halloween? Comment your thoughts down below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!